Let's talk about some trilogies where every book in it is a banger. My new favorite trilogy of all time, that is the Red Rising trilogy. I rated Red Rising 5 stars. I thought this was the perfect start to a trilogy. This makes me think of Game of Thrones meets Star Wars meets The Hunger Games. Except we've got Golden Sun. I rated this 5 stars. It is incredible. It does not suffer from second book syndrome. Finished Morningstar and was 6 stars. I think this is one of the most perfect books I've ever read. This is one of my favorite stories that's ever been told. I've got the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. So many people are wanting to read it, but they don't want to go through Caraval first. I read Once Upon a Broken Heart first, and I don't think it affected the way that I felt about the trilogy at all. I will say, if you ever want to read Caraval, you should read it first. You don't have to read it if you want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart. So if that is the reason you haven't read it yet, just go ahead and read it. It's so good. As for the actual books, first up, we've got Once Upon a Broken Heart. I rated this 4 stars. This is the most whimsical book I've ever read in my life. Ballad of Never After, which I gave this 5 stars, but probably more like 6 because I genuinely think this is a perfect book. I loved this so much. I ate this up in less than 24 hours. I cried my eyes out. It's so heartbreaking. I will say the third one, A Curse for True Love, is the weakest of the trilogy. I did rate it 4 stars. I was a little bit disappointed by it, but I think that's just because I have been waiting for it for so long and the ballad was so good. I think this is a good book and I love the trilogy as a whole. When I stand back and look at how it ended and how everything came to fruition, I'm actually happy with it. We've got the Cruel Prince trilogy. I love this trilogy. I rated the Cruel Prince 4 stars. I rated the Wicked King 5 stars and the Queen of Nothing 4.5 stars. So if I reread it, I think they'd all be 5 stars. Wish I could reread the series for the first time again. It's an experience unlike any other. And lastly, we've got the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. It's a lot more important and impactful than most romanticises I've ever read. The Daughter of No Worlds, the first one, 4 stars. I rated Children of Fallen Gods 5 stars. That one's my favorite. And I rated Mother of Death and Dawn 5 stars. I just think this is one of those series that gets stronger and stronger as you go, and by the end of it, you're crying because you don't want to let go of the characters.